let it bang, bang.
In this section, we will look at the loops in programming language in Python. Loops are used to iterate over a certain task until a specific condition meets. So the basic flowchart of the loop is to initialize with a variable and then go for a condition, going for a condition, and if this condition satisfies, then a certain task is executed. But this task is executed until the condition meets. So here is some task, or we can say block. This block will be executed until the condition is true, until this condition is true. And if it is false, if it gets false, then only the loop exits. And it returned to the main loop, main path. So this is a iterative process. So it might execute until the conditions are true. So now let's implement it in a programmatical way. So now we are going to implement it in a programmatical way. We will create a new file. Now we will save it. So in the Python we have loops for, while, and we don't have a do while loop, but we can implement it do while. So we will see first we will see the for loop. The for, we write a syntax for I in a range 0 to something 11, then we will print I. Let's see the output. So from 0 to 10 the values are printed. So in this 0 is included and 11 is not included. The step is by default is 1. And what range function does here is, we can also see it. Let's comment it. Python does not support multi-line comments, so you have to do it like this. Now let's print the range function. Now range function returns an object, so in order to print it we have to convert it in a list. Let's print it. The output is 0 to 10. So like it, in this list the for loop is iterating. Another way of writing for loop is also, we can use step for I in range 0 to 11. Then we can give a step as 2 or 3. Now if we print the value of I, we can see that these are printed with a gap of 2. Now moving on to the while loop. While loop is similar like other programming languages. We have to write a condition, while keyword with the condition. First initialize a variable called j equal to 0. Then we have to write a condition, j is less than 3, say. We have to print the value and an increment condition. This is the shorthand, or we can write j is equal to g plus 1. Now if we run it, we can see that it is 0 and 2 is printing. Now for do while, the Python does not support a do while syntax, but we can implement it in a way like this. We can write first, give an entry to loop, give a variable name, k is equal to 0. Now give the entry, and then we can write print k. We can increment it, and there we can put the condition where we can break the loop. So we can write if k is less than, if greater than or equal to 3, then we can simply break the loop, and in this way we can implement it in a do while way. When we run it, now we can see that output is 0 1 2. So this is all about loops in Python.
Let it, let it, let it, let it, let it, let it bang, bang.